Good morning, friends. Now we will see the nonlinear time history analysis of reinforced concrete frame building. And this building is of 5-story and 3 bays, which is already analyzed for equivalent static and response spectrum method, and the design is also done according to IS 456-2000, and limit state of the serviceability was confirmed according to IS 1893 part 1 2016. Now let us check the seismic behavior of this building frame based on nonlinear time history analysis. For that we need to create the function, time history function. So I am going to use the time history function of LCentro1. Browse. So this function consisted of only acceleration values, and these acceleration values are with the time step of 0.02 second. So values at equal intervals of 0.02. Suppose if your time history function has time and acceleration, you will have to choose the first one. Let me define the name, LCentro. Click OK. Now we have to create the gravity load case, which is a for nonlinear type. So gravity, static, nonlinear. The dirt load is full scale factor, and the live load, since the live load is used here is 3 kilonewton per meter square. So the scale factor used here is 25%, that is 0.25. It is based on IS 1893 part 1 2016, and geometric nonlinearity parameter P delta plus large displacement, and rest of the other parameters can be used as the default one. Click OK. Okay. Now we have to create the hinges. We have to define the plastic hinges for our beams and columns or the structural members. So for that, let me select the beams first. Go to assign frame hinges, and the hinges will be defined at the ends of the beam. Okay, even for beams and columns also it will be defined at the ends, because these members are rigid joint members. Okay, so the ends of the members are rigidly jointed, so that is why the plastic hinges will form at the ends. Okay, so here the relative distance for one end is 0 and other end is 1. So let me define for the one end, and the hinge properties are auto hinge, add hinge, and the hinge, the plastic hinges will be defined based on ACE 4113, and the type is concrete beam. The degrees of freedom is M3, and the shear value will be taken from the nonlinear load case, gravity load case. Click OK. And the relative distance for the other end is 1. Add hinge. Repeat the same procedure. Click OK. Click OK. So now the hinges are defined for beams. Now again for the columns also we have to define the plastic hinges. Select all the vertical element. Go to assign frame, then hinges. The first end, add a hinge. It is concrete column. The column will be having a behavior of combined bending and axial behavior. Okay, so biaxial behavior. So P M2 M3 behavior, axial and bending behavior. So this one should be selected, and the failure criterion is flexure or shear, and the P and S values will be taken from gravity. Click OK. Similarly for other end, 1, add hinge. Click OK. Now the hinges are defined for the columns also. Now we have to define nonlinear time history load case. So for that we need to know two time periods, the fundamental time periods corresponding to first and second mode. So here, so for that we have to run the analysis. For first mode, the time period is 1.26171. Let me note down this value, 1.26171. And for the second mode, yes, of course the plan is of symmetric in nature, so that is why the same time period you get. But for the same time period values, for first and second time period value, we cannot find out, we cannot estimate the mass and stiffness proportional coefficients. So that is why I am going to choose, I am going to note down the time period corresponding to mode 3. So it is 1.11009, 1.11094. Okay, this value is noted. Now let us create, let me unlock the model and let us create the nonlinear load case. Go to add new load case. Let me define time history. Select time history. Nonlinear, the method is direct integration. P delta plus large displacement, it is transient only. Continue from state of the gravity load case. And this one acceleration, it is going to, we are going to apply it on x-axis. So the corresponding degrees of freedom is u1. The values of the time history function, it is defined in terms of meter per second square. So the scale factor we are going to use here is only 1. Suppose if you are going to use time history function in terms of g, then scale factor we have to use is 9.81. Okay. So here I am going to use only 1 because the time history function is defined in terms of meter per second square. Add, and the total number of time step is 2688, and each time step is 0.02, and the damping values, these two only, mass proportional coefficient and stiffness proportional coefficients. These two will be calculated based on the time period corresponding to first and second mode. So the first time period value, that is 1.26171, and the damping value we generally consider is 0.05 or 5%. The next time period is 1.11094, and the damping is 0.05. Recalculate the values. The values of mass and stiffness proportional coefficients are calculated. Now click OK, and the time integration method, let it be. Click OK, click OK. Now let us start the analysis. Let us run the analysis. Now the analysis is going to end. It is completed. We'll view the results. So for viewing the results, let me change its plane. We select all the joints, go to display, show tables, here joint displacements, select load case time history, click OK, click OK. Now export to current table. Let us filter it. Let me choose maximum and Z to A. Yeah, these are the displacement in x-axis in meter. Now if you want to check its drift, this one minus this value divided by 3.5 meter. Okay, so the value is 0.0107 and the maximum value is 0.013. that means 1.3 percentage. 1.3 percentage is the highest drift value, interstory drift value of this building when subjected to this L-Centro time history function. So this is one way of viewing the results. And another one, if you want to see the time history function, the displacement time history function and acceleration time history function of this joint, any joint. So let me choose this joint and let us go to display, show plot functions, and our joint number is 78. Select display plot function, select here, and here add joint displacements, modify show plot function for joint 78 displacement along x-axis, because x-axis only we have applied the acceleration. Click OK, click OK. Now bring this to right side in vertical function, and in horizontal function it is time. If you have n number of the time history, we have to choose accordingly. Now we have only one, that is corresponding to L-Centro time function, and go to display and see the value. So the maximum value here is 0.102 or 0.1588. 0.1588, that means 158 mm at 5.42 second. At 5.42 second, that is 158.8 mm. Here also you can see 158.784 at that joint, the roof. Okay, so this joint 96 is at roof. Similarly, joint 78 is also at roof. So both are experiencing 158.8 mm maximum. The same way we can see acceleration also. Select here and go to modify plot function, change its acceleration, click OK. Along x-axis is fine. Now bring this to right side, check its acceleration. The maximum is 7.732 meter per second square. 7.732 meter per second square. The applied one is 3.4 like that only, 3.4 or 5 meter per second square only, but the maximum observed is 7.7, which is of 2.2 times of whatever the applied peak ground acceleration of this L-Centro function. Okay, so this building is experiencing 2 times of whatever the input peak ground acceleration value. This is another way. And another one, how to view the hinges. Okay, so the maximum at the end of the ground motion, what is the behavior of the building frame, that only we need to check. So for that select the time history, and at the end of the ground motion, let us, I don't know what is the total duration of the ground motion, so I just give 100 seconds, but the program will automatically display for the end of the ground motion only. So click OK. See here, so at the end of the ground motion, the structure's displacement is this much, 22 mm, and here 11 mm, then here again 1.1 mm. Okay, so but the hinge formation you can see at various places. Some of the beams have experienced blue color hinges, that means the life safety level. Okay, and in most of the members are in elastic state only, but in some of the members experience blue color, that means immediate occupancy to life safety level hinges formed. But nowhere in columns such hinges are formed, but in beams only the hinges are formed. That you can see at these locations, the blue color hinges are formed. This location, these beams. Okay. That's all. Thank you.